all
Sorry,
that.
Isaac. It's only the fourth time.
It's only the fourth time that I messed up people not being able to hear me. Can you hear me now?
Hey
Oh,
Deadpan, hey
great.
Prop Tart.
Yeah.
Yay!
Mike says
Thank
we
you,
can't.
Mike.
Okay,
All right. It's cool. By the end of the con, we'll figure out how to do that one step on
Exactly. Yes, we
correctly.
only need to. We got to. Once again, Lindsay didn't remind me.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to remind you to turn the sound on. I'll write a sticky note. I will write a sticky
Oh
note.
God. OBS, Twitch streaming. Oh, one day I will be the perfect Twitch streamer. I'll be the god of Twitch streaming.
There's a joke in there that's OBS somewhere, I think.
All right. Well, hello, all of you wonderful people. I'm gonna repeat everything I said in silence. So, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being with us throughout the weekend if you're going to be tuning into some other stuff during Shucks. And thank you to all the wonderful guests that we had on throughout Shucks today on Friday. This is going to be the last stream we're doing this evening. And we're going to be playing Keystone with the wonderful Danny, who's been absolutely essential to making sure that Rose Gauntlet is having the exposure, the amazing social, the making us look good when we're doing terrible, and it's like he is responsible for just so many amazing things, and we would not be able to have the amount of peace and enjoyment that we have had without him. And this weekend wouldn't have been possible without him too. He helped us organize
No way.
all
No
of
way
the
this
guests,
weekend would have been possible without him.
all of the guests that came on our show, and introduced us to some wonderful new people that we haven't had the chance to meet before. So thank you for all of that, Danny. And is there anything you would like to add to your introduction? Tell people a little bit more about who you are if they haven't heard of you before.
Yeah, my name's Danny. You can find me all over the internet at Danny Plays Games with a Z. I've been creating board game content and talking about board games, and recently got into the tabletop RPG community as well. But yeah, I've met Isaac and Lindsay just through serendipitously through board game conventions, as one does, and I'm super lucky to now be working with them on a professional level. I never thought that would be a thing, but yeah, I'm super stoked that I'm able to work with y'all and create something beautiful. I told y'all from the beginning, it's a little surreal that I'm able to work with two people that I admired, like as a content creator starting out, and then being able to meet y'all up where y'all are. And of course, y'all have lent a hand and has always looked out for me. Like, one of my favorite memories ever was Lindsay, like, just like I walk over to the to the Dogmite booth, and Lindsay was like, I have a present for you. And she was over there still like sanding this component tray thing that she made by hand. And I was just like, what? Like, and this is a friend of a friend of a friend that I met through board gaming online, and this was our first interaction. I was like, people are amazing. Like, we do see a lot of random stuff on social media, but our community is amazing. So that was right when I first started off. So to see friendships become, best friends, to become working together on this project, like, it's been absolutely amazing. So
It truly has, and you are an incredibly special human being. We had Theo on earlier, and we're talking about how, it was really like this kind of wave of awesome LGBTQ creators that you kind of came in with as well. And I was telling him how much that period meant to me, because I truly did feel very alone in the industry early on, and to meet other people like you, and to meet you, and to have such an amazing time with you and grow this friendship with you during all this during all of our interactions that we've had before, and to have you here working with us is just an incredible blessing. It makes me feel so much more, not that I wasn't connected, but I just there was an aspect of my life that I felt like I couldn't share with so much of the industry, and it's made me feel more confident in myself, and it's finally giving me the LGBTQ kind of community that I've always desired growing up by getting to know you, Danny, Ella, and many others through the network that you guys have been so great at cheerleading and bringing to the forefront, and I truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, and it just gives me so much joy, so much drive, and so much ability to also start talking more about my experiences and getting more of the love out there for not only LGBTQ people, but everybody out there that feels a little bit marginalized within this community and outside this community in this world. So I truly appreciate that about you. I know that's core of who you are. And I am just both Lindsay and I are absolute cheerleaders of everything that you represent. We're absolutely floored when you wanted to help us.
I know.
Gauntlet.
Isaac told me, he's like, Danny wants to help, and I'm like we help him with this. Like, I didn't understand. Because, like, in my head, you're such a big personality. Like, you're so, like, you would, like, I thought it was the other way around, because I just don't think of myself as, or probably Isaac, this is probably true of you too, or any of us. We don't really think of ourselves as, I don't know, like, big, important people. And I don't know if we are, but, like, you just seem so important.
Oh, I'm not important at all, because I'm just here to help my friends out and spread the good word.
Amazing. I definitely remember meeting you at that con, and I also remember later that night we talked about corgis. Like, yes. I found we just talked about corgis, and we both had a corgi tattoo.
Yes. And
I felt like I finally connected to, like, the corgi lover that I was always looking for.
Yes. Amazing.
Well, thanks, Danny. Well, Lindsay's prepared some questions.
I have.
As we have for all of our guests. And we have some questions for you, too, that we'd love to have you answer. And we're going to go ahead and ask you a few, and then we'll jump into playing Keystone, which we are demoing right now. If you guys are interested in demoing at Chex, we'll be demoing it all day tomorrow. We have demoers available all day tomorrow, and we have one demo session available on Sunday. And if you guys want to check it out, it's available on Tabletopia. If you want to just check it out on your own, it's freely available there, so you can try out the multiplayer version of the game as well. But first, let's get to know Danny a little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's find out some deep secrets that he's been keeping from us.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I was really excited because I literally know everything about your corgi and your feelings about corgis, but I didn't know much about your origin stories. So one of the questions I really wanted to start with, and I can't believe we haven't had this conversation yet, is kind of, when did you first start getting into the tabletop gaming? And was there one particular game that just kind of started the avalanche that, you just threw yourself into this, medium with content creation? Like, you're obviously, like, super passionate. So how did it start?
Yeah, so way back when I was born, and that does actually have a part to play into what gaming in general has brought to me. So I'm first generation born here in America. My parents immigrated over from Vietnam. I have an older brother who was also born over there, and he was about 3 years old when he came here, and aunts and uncles and cousins, we all immigrated over here. And growing up, without kind of realizing it, video games was a way that we could connect to communities where maybe there was a language barrier, maybe there was something, but we could connect over playing Super Nintendo or the NES or the N64. So growing up, gaming had always been like a huge part of my life. Like I started off as a video gamer, 100% like Nintendo fanboy, everything, like Game Boy Color with the light attachment because they didn't have that like screens back then.
I remember those.
Yeah, I remember the two fold-out like stereos and the light that came over.
Yep. So yeah, gaming has always been really big in my family in that aspect. And I moved down to Florida probably about 5 or 6 years ago for a company. And while working down here, it was hard for my parents and my brother to come down for my birthday. So my brother bought me a gift certificate to Cool Stuff Games, thinking
Mm.
that it was a video game place. Like he's like, oh, this place has cool stuff in games. And I've played like the basics like Catan and the kind of now core group of gateway games throughout college and stuff. And I love that aspect, but a lot of it was kind of based around drinking and all that. So I wasn't like head first into strategy games. But anyways, I took this gift certificate into Cool Stuff Games, and I walk in and it's just like tables and like cabinets of like Magic cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and games of shelves and shelves of games, and I was just like, what is this? And I was just like, I texted my brother and I was like, hey, thanks for this, but just FYI, it's board games. And he's like, oh, cool, buy something, and then next time I'm down, we'll play it. And that's really what started it all, was just me stumbling upon Cool Stuff Inc., which is a board game and board game shop here, just like right around the corner from me. So the first few games that I bought with that money was Takanoko, Potion Explosion, and it was a Friedman Freeze game about like it was like a worker placement Friedman Freeze game. Anyways, Takanoko was the first hobby board game that I learned how to play through watching YouTube and like being excited that, oh, board games like Catan, we would just yell at each other to get resources, and it was fun, but it was kind of like us yelling, getting drunk, and then just oh, screw it, we won't finish this game. But Takanoko was the first time I was just like, wow, okay, so we're building a board together, but then we have to manipulate these different characters on the board to complete these different objectives. So Takanoko was my gateway game. It was that game where I saw mechanics kind of fit together, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And then I opened up Potion Explosion, and then I put together this cool little cardboard component with marbles and giving me that app feel of an analog game but in person. And I was just like, oh, this is cool, so what else is out there? And then that's kind of my origin story of getting into hobby board gaming, where I was just like, I know this is going to be, I'm a collector mentality. Like I still have all my Nintendo games. So I was just like, okay, but this is cool because it's a way for me to get to know new coworkers down here. Like I'll be the board game guy. I'll bring 1 or 2 board games, and I didn't know that I would be bringing like 16 board games to game night now, and be providing that. So but yeah, just learning these games through like YouTube and kind of seeing content on that, I was like, I've known the power of social media, and the fact that before, I guess, board game and tabletop social media, I was relatively big in like fitness social media. So I did powerlifting and bodybuilding all throughout college, high school and college. And I made really, really good connections through people, like-minded people on that end. So I was like, well, maybe I can do that with board gaming as well. And that's just kind of how things started. I guess somehow in the universe, a lot of content creators that align through the LGBTQ plus community or through being a person of color, like we all kind of found each other. And the reason I started creating content was like, me and my partner at the time, like we were like, we don't see anybody like us creating content, so why don't we just do it? And we did it. And through that is just one of those things where it was just kind of like, wow, like there are other people like us, but maybe they just weren't as outspoken, or they didn't have that platform of YouTube that had X amount of followers, but we are here. So what can we do to, push this space where we can influence a community? Like we can create our community that we didn't see at the start. And that was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and all of a sudden I'm here now.
Yeah, it's been amazing to see kind of like this new way, like that energy all took place at a very similar time. And it was like, I think it was Origins where we first met at. and how many people from that kind of group of new wave of content creators, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was so happy because it was just like so much more diverse voices, so many more LGBTQ people, like, and just seeing that wave of like people come in, it was just so amazing. And you have just had such an awesome meteoric rise, and I just truly feel like you are a staple of the industry and how you represent what is going on. And I feel like you're not only doing such a good job of being a ambassador for board games, but also I think you're going to see a lot more people model themselves on what you're doing as well. And I can't wait to see the next generation come in afterwards, because you guys are doing a very good job of spreading that love.
Yeah. And just to bring it back to the origins, that was when you first did our first big gay dinner, where
yes,
it was just it was I think it was me, you, Bebo, and Nolan. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And then this past either PAX U or Origins, it was like a whole table, and we couldn't even fit everybody. So
yeah, which is amazing. I can't wait till we now have big Rose Gauntlet gay dinners. It's huge. It'll probably have to be a barn that we rent. It'll be amazing. But oh my gosh, I'm still in love with that pork belly that we had that night. So good. I have not had pork belly that good since, unfortunately.
Me neither.
It was so delicious. We went to a Spanish place called Barcelona.
Was it like tapas?
Yes, a whole bunch of tapas.
Yeah.
I went nuts, as I usually do. And it was suggested by now a mutual friend of ours, Danny, Martha, who's just she's an amazing older friend of mine who married my first childhood best friend. And she's amazing as well. Bowser's the best.
I'm listening, Isaac. I'm listening.
Yeah, but it's been just a wonderful journey, and I've been loving following your journey. And you've just done such an amazing job. Lindsay, you have another question for Danny? Another hard-hitting question? There you go.
I have another hard-hitting question. This one is a hard-hitting question. So I know that you have been playing RPGs a lot recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to know, which of the two are your favorite, board games or RPGs?
Ooh. I think that's like asking me whether I like pork belly or bao buns. Like, right? Like, it's one of those, like, do I like my pork belly eaten just like for breakfast or for lunch? I think right now, in a digital space, I gravitate towards tabletop RPGs just because the barrier of entry is lower, and that's something that's not really talked about when it comes to accessibility in gaming. Mm-hmm. Where, like, you don't need software, you don't need mods, or you don't need anything other than just your voice and a safe space to tell a story. And it could be too, like, I'm relatively new in the RPG community, but to see the support that I've gotten just wholeheartedly from that community, it gets me excited as well. And there's so much crossover, and I don't think a lot of people have realized the crossover between, like, it's either like you're a board gamer or you're a tabletop RPG person, but there's so much crossover, and I hope people start realizing that, because we tell stories through board games, like we tell stories through rolling dice as well. So there's this huge crossover. So I love both. I can't wait to play RPGs in person, because I've never done that. I've never had that experience of sitting around a table.
Oh,
yeah, because I got
so good.
Yeah, I got into tabletop RPGs through webcams, so I'm like a new generation of like virtual storytelling. So to have that experience that I know 100%, like, I've had board game moments where I still think about, like, oh, we had that story to tell. I cannot wait to be in person to tell that story. So yeah, I don't think I could choose. I think it's just like putting them together and finding community in both, and then strengthening that community is what I'm super excited about coming up, like to go to conventions and see and introduce people and have them introduce me to favorite games and favorite RPGs and these indie things. And, you know, that's what I'm most excited about. So I don't know. That's probably
No, that's all right. I would say the same thing.
Yeah, a roundabout.
I just wanted to see if I could make you pick. I didn't think you would.
Yeah.
That's so cool though. Like, there's so much energy in the RPG world right now. And it's kind of what we saw from board games maybe 5 or 6 years ago, right? When everyone's like, oh, it's a golden age. And it was just because there's so many games that were coming out. They were breaking all these rules and they were really innovative. And right now, and there's just a ton of energy. And there still is. It was a very special time. And right now we are seeing that moment happen in the RPG worlds. And I'm a bit more connected to it because I work with Dogmite Games, who mostly handles RPGs. But there is so much energy, so much just innovation happening in that space right now. It's so exciting over on that side. And it's just such a good time to get into RPGs. Like, it's such a good time. You should do it. And what I'd really like to see is just more crossovers. Like, I'd love to see the board gamers and the RPGers just start blending and hopping between the mediums a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's what I think is going to happen, is that I've seen some board game designers start designing some tabletop RPG games, and I've seen some RPG designers hop into board gaming, and I think that's going to be kind of like the sweet spot where we kind of get these newer ideas, like you said, like breaking these rules of what we assume what can be what, until it's just this huge, maybe new category of, you know, storytelling board games, which we already have, but to keep pushing that envelope, I think is super exciting, which is also what, you know, really brought, like, it made me really appreciate y'all's core values, where you put your heart into your games. So whether it's a board game or whether it's a hybrid or whether it's just going to be RPGs or a video game, I know that y'all are coming from a place that you tell genuine stories. And I think that's the crux of what a good role-playing game is. It's just telling stories with your friends. So again, regardless of what medium we tell it on, I think that's really what drew me to Rose Gauntlet, is that you're not pigeonholing yourself into just board games or just this or just that. You're telling your stories in so many different ways, and that's what I think is going to be the most beautiful thing about it.
Well, thank you.
I'm so excited.
We appreciate so much that the work that we've put into our core values and defining who we are, and we were talking earlier on the stream right before this on how they even define like how we decide what projects we're going to work on and how we're going to move forward, has been very much appreciated by the community, and I'm glad to see that so many people are resonating with those core values and resonating with who we are trying to be and what our projects are trying to represent as well. So I'm glad that you also brought up that hybrid worlds that we are trying to work Life After Dungeon into. So we're super excited that that's something that you're passionate about, because you're gonna get some sneak peek stuff one day, hopefully this summer. And we can't wait to show you how that's going to be going soon.
So just to follow that up, because I really want to know this now after everything you just said, what is the best role-playing moment you've ever had? Ooh. Like, what is just like the best table moment, or I guess for you, virtual moment that just blew everyone's mind? It was a great story.
Yeah, so this one didn't happen on stream. I've been doing a lot of charity streams and campaigns on stream, but this was my first campaign ever, and it was a D&D campaign, 5e campaign, and it was just with 5 queer guys, which is fantastic. And that's actually how I got into it. I just put a call out on Twitter, and I was like, hey, y'all, I'm gay, and I would like a table full of gay people because I feel comfortable. So if anybody wants, and then it was just like, oh, I could do this. So we had this campaign where we were this ragtag group of people, and we were trying to find these different gemstones that probably or probably would not save the world. We didn't know, but there was this one moment where my character, I'm a Goliath cleric, and I grew up as an emo rocker, and all of my actions were based off of my emotions. So everything I did was just like either through love or through angst or whatever. So kind of down the road in our campaign, we found a deck of many things, which can be very, very chaotic. And of course, I was acting on emotion because the person who I thought I liked didn't show reciprocation back. So I was just like, oh, screw it all. So I drew a card, and it gave me this ability. Well, so when I drew the card, I heard a voice saying like, home is where you will be. And I didn't know what that meant. So what happened is something happened where I kissed my love interest in the game, and I hear the voice again. Love is, or home will be where you will be. And all of a sudden, my castle, apparently I had a castle, this castle rises from black sand and just goes up. We lose kind of half the party members because this is a massive castle. And we end up in this castle where apparently I run. And now I'm Lord Black, which sometimes pops up onto these Zoom meetings where people are like, why are you Lord Black? Because my character's name is Ticonderoga Black, and based off of the pencil. Yeah, so I became a lord all of a sudden, and then now I had this living castle where if I showed any type of emotion, if I was super happy and I was super in love, I had these assistants that would help with anything if we ever visited this castle. However, there was this one time where I was, again, questioning where I was at relationship-wise, and then the party was kind of arguing with each other, and when we visited this castle again, and it was like the flipped mood of like, what the heck is going on? These people are not helping us. They're very creepy. It's very dark and ominous. So it was one of those moments where it was just so brilliant in the fact that the GM took the time to work my emotions into this living castle. And yeah, ever since we just keep talking about like the campaign has since fizzled out, but it was just one of those things where I just keep thinking about. I was like, that's such a brilliant move to not just put the emotion on me, but now my emotions become of like, what is this castle like? It's become the setting, and so my emotions were personified into a setting, and I was like,
that is
that's really cool.
Very cool. I've never heard of that kind of like thought process, but I love it. I think that's a really cool thing.
I just want to write that down. That's a really good idea.
It's already having the design gears spinning.
I know. I just thought of like I've ever done it. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I just shouted them out today, but Rust Wildest, RK, at Rust Wildest on Twitter was my first GM ever, and they are just so good. So amazing.
Very cool. Well, we're going ahead, and in order to make sure that we hit time for this evening, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into Keystone. And now, Danny has some familiarity with the rules in the game, so we're going to go ahead and jump in probably a little faster than some of you can follow, but we're going to explain some things as we play, and we'll go ahead and clarify some of the things that are going on throughout the game. Some things that you'll need to understand is that the anatomy of the card, so this bald eagle here, on their left side, they have one of 4 potential habitat symbols, and he has 3 right here. And what you're trying to do is by grabbing cards from the field, you're trying to play them on your player board in order to have rows and columns of these matching symbols in order to gain points. As well, you're also trying to have the animals go in ascending or descending order to your player board from either 1 through 5 as well. Now, on the right side of the card, there might be some other symbols, such as the season symbols that are here. So, like one that represents summer, spring, winter, things like that. And then we also have an endangered species symbol, and we also have the very, very important. Let me see if I can find one real quick. We need to find a keystone species. The entire point of the game.
I'm really glad that we're going to be reshuffling this. That makes me really happy. There you
Here
go.
we go. I found a keystone species. So it has the Keystone symbol right here, and what that's going to do is that whatever sequence you end up scoring, so if you have cards on your player board that go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all have the matching habitat, you're going to go ahead and be able to gain 1 point for each of those cards if they're in a sequence that matches and goes in the order that it needs to. But if the Keystone symbol is there, it's going to let you score that entire sequence again. So you'll get additional points, which will be fantastic. So how you're going to gain these cards throughout the course of the game is that you're going to be taking an introduce action, which is one of the 2 available actions in the game. And the introduce action will allow you to select 1 card on the field. You can always purchase the first card on the field, which is this card over here, the Ring Seal, for free. But if you want any cards that are past the card that's there, you have to place synergy tokens on them in order to kind of gain the card that's there, and then the cards are going to go ahead and start splaying down, and more cards will come into play. This is what's commonly known as a river mechanic. You may have tried it out in past games. It's very similar, but it has some different aspects than other games do. The other action that you can take is taking a skill. So you can go ahead and either use a active skill, which the skill on these white sides are going to be active, and then if you flip them, you can take all of the exhausted skills. So if there's ones on this yellow side, instead of just taking one of the white ones, you could actually take all 4 of these yellows. Whenever an exhausted set of skills is selected, so I'd go ahead and do all of those effects, the game timer will move up 1. If the game timer ever moves up to the amount of players that's represented by these pips, so if it moved up to the 8 track and 3 players, the game would end. The other way the game can end is if your player board is full of cards. So if it's full of cards, the players that have yet to complete the rounds will go ahead and complete their turns for the round, and then the game will be over. Throughout the course of the game, you can also get wild cards, which you can pay 10 synergy tokens either before or after your action to select a wild card and place it on your board. Why wild cards are good is they represent any number between 1 through 5, and they have a habitat and season symbol as well that you can go ahead and utilize for the different types of sequences, ecosystems that you're trying to form on your board. In addition to that, you will be selecting one of 2 possible secret objective cards, and I'll go ahead and place into my hand here, that you're going to be dealt out at the beginning of the game. You get to go ahead and select 1 to place. Why they're important is that they're going to have these symbols right here that are representative of the seasons, and what you want to do is be able to gain that symbol on your board represented by the cards placed in that style. You can go ahead and adjust this in any orientation you want, but you cannot mirror the image. So in some situations that won't matter, but you can rotate the sequence, but you can't mirror it. So that's how they work, and we're going to go ahead and select ours right now and just jump straight into the game.
Nice. Danny, I'll put you over here.
Okay.
I think that's where you were. It's kind of hard to tell where people are.
I know. We had some merch hype in chat. I know we all rose Gauntlet out.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for complimenting the merch. It was so funny. We were talking about it earlier in the last stream. I was telling Lindsay, like, I made that sweater because I thought, I'll just make it for me. I like loud, kind of fun prints. I wear a lot of like flowery shirts every once in a while, and I was just like, it will be a fun opportunity to see if this turns out good. And like the rose in the middle kind of represented some of the shirts that I kind of like, so I was just like, let me go ahead and make this weird print. I'm just gonna print it for me. No one's ever gonna buy this. It's just gonna be for me. And I wore it in our first announcement video, and people went nuts for the sweater. And it's so cool that people still enjoy it and want to get it. So if you guys want any of our merch, we have shirts, we have sweet mugs, and we have some hoodies as well. And they're super soft and super cozy.
They are. They're super nice.
And they come in 2 different hood colors.
Yes, you can pick.
As well. So you can go ahead and find them at www.rosegauntlet.com if you're interested. And thank you also to those of you who are complimenting the game's art. Yes, the artist did an amazing job. It's so pretty.
So good. We're going to be talking to her, the lead artist, tomorrow.
Yeah, so if you guys want to tune in, she will be on our stream, I believe, at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow as well.
And then we have Mandy from Salt and Sass, a.k.a. also Board Game Pinup.
Ooh.
Mandy, I know you were going to bed, but thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, yeah, thank you. All right, I'm going to start the game with this seal.
Mandy sent me a super secret Twitter message the other day that has some exciting news for that's going to be coming up, so I'm super excited about it. I love it. I'll tell you guys about it after the stream.
Yeah. Also, I love that the lemming is out. Prop Tart in chat says they wanted a bingo of lemmings, and the lemming got so much hype on Twitter, and I love it. I love the lemming.
It's so good.
It is me personified.
I'm going to go ahead and take the bald eagle here, and then it will go ahead and be Danny's turn.
Okay, dokie.
Oh, Danny's here. Oh, perfect.
Let's see. I mean, y'all keep taking the first card.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I know. I don't.
It was just a good card. And Danny, just so you understand the skills real quick, I'll go ahead and run you through what they do. So these 3 here, they're going to let you place research tokens on cards. What research tokens do is that whenever you score a sequence, they give you an additional point for that sequence. And those research tokens also get doubled up and tripled up by Keystone symbols as well. These are, and they let you only place those research on specific cards, but only if those cards don't have a research token already on them. However, number 10 breaks that rule because it lets you place research tokens on research tokens. And then we have this one here that's just going to give you 8 synergy, but it forces you to discard 4 cards from the fields. And this allows you to rearrange up to 2 cards on your board if you want to move some stuff around and possibly gain some synergy as well, because you'll gain synergy based on where you place cards, and I'll explain that the first time it happens.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to take the lemming, obviously. Like, you have to take the lemming.
It's a good lemming.
Ooh.
That's cool.
All right, I'm going to take this. Someone in the chat said the Vancouver Island Marmot gets you bonus points, which now is true in this game. So, and then I'm going to get a synergy because I put a Arctic next to an Arctic.
Yeah, so the reason that happened, y'all, is that she has a habitat here that is an Arctic habitat, and she placed it next to a card that has an Arctic habitat, which means she'll gain 1 synergy because there's 1 matching symbol adjacent. If she would have had another card here that had Arctic as well, she would have gained an additional synergy too.
So this is like a straight up kind of mechanic question, but in this deck, is there a distribution of numbers like 1 through 5?
There's an even distribution of all of the habitat symbols, so it's about equal throughout. Some animals might have a little bit more habitats because we're trying to do everything as true to life as possible, but we chose specific animals in order to make sure that there would be somewhat balance in the game. There are a little bit more 1s than there are everything else, a little bit more 2s than there are everything else. 3s, 4s, and 5s are about evenly distributed throughout the game, and it's going to be somewhere in the range of, in a 3-player game, there's duplicates of every single card, so there's going to be about 30 of each type of number in the deck.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I was watching when Theo was on, y'all were saying that the numbers represent actually where they fit in the food chain, which I thought was thematically awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. That's why the poor coyote isn't a 5. The poor coyote's like, this is a wolf in his territory. I feel so bad for the coyote.
So it is my turn, and I'm going to go ahead and skip over this muskox and take over the white-tailed deer and gain 1 synergy for the matching swamp, or I'm sorry, wetlands river symbol right there as well. So I'll gain 1.
Okay. So at the end of scoring, of course, you want from low to high, but their ecosystem where they belong also matters too, right?
Correct. So, like in this example, if I was to score this right now, my white-tailed deer and my bald eagle, I would gain 2 points because there's no keystone symbol that would double anything up. But the only things that matter in order to make that work is that it has to be ascending or descending. So it could be 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and remember they go up to 5. And it could also have been it has to be matching in the habitat as well. So as long as we have that, that'll be all good. And I'll make sure to keep an eye on your board, give you some tips as you play out, so you get a good foundation for understanding scoring. And remember, you're going to be scoring every row individually. You're going to score 1 sequence in every row, and you're going to score 1 sequence in every column. So some cards are going to be able to score you points twice, because they might be in 2 sequences depending on what row and column they match up in.
Yeah. So, for example, if you were to take the black-tailed jackrabbit and put it right here, you would be able to score that because it matches, even though it doesn't have the wetlands on it. Right.
So I could go ahead and place the black-tailed jackrabbit right here, and it would gain me a synergy. However, it wouldn't continue this sequence because they don't all have a symbol that matches amongst each other. So I would have a sequence here with the black-tailed jackrabbit and the white-tailed deer, and I would have a separate sequence with the white-tailed deer and the bald eagle, but they don't have one together because they don't all have a same matching symbol throughout.
Makes sense.
Right. At the end of the game, you'd have to choose which one of those sequences you wanted to score, because you wouldn't be able to score both.
One.
Gotcha. All right.
But you got that sweet muskox. I don't even know what word I said. Oh, I've been talking all day, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely have a con voice by the end of this.
I know.
We're playing games. There's so many chonks in the game. It's so true.
I'm going to put 2 research tokens on my seal with the endangered symbol, and then I need to discard 2 cards from the field for that action, and I will get rid. We only need 1 black-tailed jackrabbit. Let's be honest here. No need for 2 black-tailed jackrabbits here. And then I think the Cypress can go.
Goodbye, Cypress.
So technically, that skill card Lindsay just used also breaks the rules, right? Because it says you can put 2 research tokens on one.
It does it in one chunk, but you can't place any addition. It has to be on an empty one as well.
Gotcha. Isaac likes to make rules that he immediately breaks.
That's the fun. That's the fun of design. You establish a core concept in which everybody can exist in, and then you tell them how they're allowed to break the rules. It's the fun of design. And then playtesting is when they break the rules in the way that you don't like it.
Yeah. And they get angry.
All right, my turn here. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I have that there. I have that there. You know what? I'm going to go for...
Danny took that muskox, and I really wanted that muskox.
I'm going to go for this.
But I have not wanted any of the other animals on this field. I'm going to go
for the black-tailed prairie dog right there. I'm going to place him right there.
Oh, Bowser's saying hi.
Yeah, he's a big fan of muskox, too.
You like the muskox, buddy? Okay, let's see. What do you want to say? Choices. Oh my gosh. There's too many things to think about. Let me flip. So this skill card will let me take 8 synergy, which I will do. Cool. So here's 1. I flip.
Yep.
That's 6. And then I can flip one of these, 7, 8. So I have a lot of synergy, and I get to discard 4 cards.
Correct.
Out of the river.
Yes.
Wow. And if I discard cards with synergy on it, they gone, right?
They go back to the supply,
Yep.
correct.
Oh, okay. So I'll discard this one. I'm gonna discard the first 3 for sure.
All right, I'll help you here.
All right, and then I don't want to discard the snail kite because it's endangered, but it might have to go. All right, let's just take out all 4. Then we'll move this stuff. And then I'll
Right.
flip this one over.
Ooh.
Ooh, that coyote? Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Yes,
Y'all are
coyote.
welcome. Y'all are welcome.
This is a lot of nice
Oh,
stuff. I enjoy
my
all
goodness.
this.
All right. That's the supply, Lindsay. You can't take those.
You guys, look at this. Look at this grizzly bear.
Coyote.
So the
I
coyote's
love
gone,
you, coyote.
And the red fox.
I get 1 synergy for that coyote. All right, that's my turn.
So with the movement skill,
Mhm.
it has to be in an empty space, right? I'm assuming
Correct.
just through graphic
Yeah.
design, yes. So it's not a flip flopper.
But what's nice about this is that you can move the same card twice. So you move it, score any synergy that you're adjacent to, and then you can move it again, score any synergy that you're adjacent to. So if you want to move one card back and forth, you can.
Yeah. Or you can move one card out of the way to move that other card.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do that too.
Guacha.
All right.
We're playing games in chat says y'all need an objective card for just chunks.
Collect
Special.
all chunks.
I also see that they're requesting a Chonks expansion. So we're gonna have to postpone that Africa expansion.
look what you've done.
I am not sorry.
You should be. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and I need that black-footed ferret, but he is too far away.
That is an expensive ferret.
So
I don't think you have the money for that ferret.
Hey. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this research symbol. I'm gonna place it on my sweet black-tailed prairie dog, and I'm gonna go ahead and discard the marmots. Goodbye, and the wolverine.
Key Chunks North America. New name. Scrap this name. Ben Osteen says, ecological accuracy? No, we want chunks. All right, so I have to take the grizzly chunks because it's like a mom chunk with baby chunks.
Perfect.
Those babies are
then-
so cute.
So I put it here. It matches the water. Is that water?
So that's
Yeah, the Arctic.
Arctic.
But you're gonna ruin your sequence here if you wanted to go 2, 3, 4 to max with the muskox. However, you could go ahead and place it right above, and still be able to gain the same amount of synergy and create another sequence.
Oh yeah, you could place it here and go 5, 4, 3. You could go another chain this way.
I gotcha. I see. Okay. Yeah, let's place it up here. Oops. Don't look at my objective card. I've accidentally grabbed my objective card. No.
I saw nothing.
Look away. Yeah, let me move it up here.
All
And then I'll get a synergy for that.
Correct.
Yes.
And remember, you can start. Now you have plenty of synergy if you want to buy a wild card.
Oh, wow. Well, can the wild card go up to 6 or below
No,
1?
it can only be between
No.
1 and 5. See, that's one of the rules we don't like you breaking.
Fair.
All right. I'm gonna take the beaver. I'm so upset that their art is not done for this yet. By the way, Isaac. I am. It is the art I've most looked forward to. I've sent you plenty of beaver pictures that I want the art to represent.
One day, the beaver will come in one day.
How do I put this card into my hand? I'm trying to drag it down.
I definitely want that Blackfoot Ferret. He's gonna go right here. I'm gonna gain 2 synergy because he matches 1 symbol there and 1 symbol there.
Oh, I should get synergy too from my beaver.
Okay. So I have all this synergy. I'm gonna take the most patriotic of bald eagles.
Danny.
I had to.
What?
It
Yeah.
fits
I have been
perfectly.
eyeing that bald eagle for turns and turns.
So I get 2 synergy, right?
Correct.
Oh, what am I supposed to do now? There's no more Arctic animals.
Uh-oh, are we
There's
both
a
going
raccoon.
for Arctic?
This
No,
is
no,
ridiculous.
he's not.
Who said
He's
you could
not
go
right.
for the Arctic?
He's just cold. He's not an Arctic animal.
All right. Well.
And Osteen says,
Well.
raccoon chonk alert. Thank you for the alert, chat.
He is very chonky.
For the chonk alerts. Is there an easy way for me to get cards back into my hand? Because I can't get my secret objective done.
You can just drag it to the bottom. It's a little strange. It's not the most natural thing. I cannot wait till I get to sit around a table and play Physical World with y'all.
I'm dragging. Do y'all see me dragging this to the bottom?
I see it happening.
It's not
pretty.
dragging. Maybe let me rotate. What happened?
Isaac, you're good.
Did you go ahead and take your turn? Yeah.
I did. You're good to go.
Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and take that raccoon. You can't see
The chonk.
It's my chonk.
All right. Well, y'all just don't look at my secret objective because I need to look at it.
No one's looking at your secret objective.
It's a secret, Lindsay.
And he's gonna gain me 1 synergy token.
This is ridiculous. There hasn't been another for Arctic Daddy. It's that bald eagle and the muskox. You took both of them.
You did him.
Well, the what is that? The rock Petergan? How do you say that?
Ptarmigan.
Ptarmigan.
It's a ptarmigan.
We literally talked about this like multiple times with Carol and Monique.
Monique decided to just call it Parmesan.
Parmesan, yes, the rock
Game.
Parmesan. I do like the rock Parmesan.
I just felt Rockbird was easiest.
Rockbird works.
Rockbird.
I'm gonna spend a lot of my synergies to take that rock away from you, Lindsay, because you need
Thanks,
Arctic.
Danny.
I'm just looking out. It fits so pretty.
Oh, it's not Arctic. It's just in winter.
Oh my gosh.
I thought I was saved.
All right.
Oh,
So
I have screwed up, guys.
That's fine. You've won
this
like
chain up.
You won like 2 games today, so I think it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna take this red fox and place him right here and just dance with glee at how many points I'm gonna get, or synergy I'm gonna gain. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
There.
yeah. Let me not forget to collect 1 synergy.
Oh, yeah,
Get
yeah,
that.
Cool.
All right.
Is it my go?
It is your go. Yep.
It is. I'm acting like it's my turn, Danny. But it's not my
You're like,
turn.
wait.
It's
just like,
actually
wait.
not my turn at all.
Oh, the American red squale. I do like the American red squale. Also, the American bison. Ugh. How do I want to score this? Yeah. So many decisions. Look at all the synergy on the black bear. The black bear would be a chonk. We just can't see.
Yes.
In
fact, I sent Isaac a specific picture of the chonkiest black bear I'd ever seen.
She did.
I really hope he used it. I really hope it was meant to be forwarded to the artist. I hope it made it to her.
Okay. Let's just do this. I'm going to take the American black bear for chonk and then take all these synergies.
So
I'm
just
messing
remember that also breaks your chain.
Yeah.
You put it up here, though. Or you can put it there.
If you put it right above the grizzly bear, you could score stuff up there if you wanted to as well. But you're totally fine to put it there. It is up to you.
I'm a highly strategic player that just wants to collect chunks.
All right. Is it your turn, Lindsay?
It is my turn, and there is an Arctic 4 here. But I'd have to pass up the bison to get it.
That's right.
Surprisingly, that's not the
But
first
I feel
time
like
I've heard
every time I skip a 4 Arctic, I regret it. So I'm so sorry, Bryson. You're still worth it. I'm sorry.
that. Oh my gosh. Not the bison.
Oh, that feels so good. All right, and that is 3 synergy right there.
Wow.
And that is my turn. I'm feeling good about that. So I got a nice chain.
How do I steal this bison away from all of you?
You take it, Isaac. It's your turn. You just take the bison.
I know, but I just don't know if it's worth my strategy.
What strategy?
That's true. Let's see. I'm gonna take him. 1, 2, 3. Bison
No,
away, and then
not
I'm
the
gonna gain
Keystone.
1 synergy.
No.
Ooh. I chose right.
All of a sudden, you chose right. Okay. Methinks. Bum 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 bum. So this says place a research token, and what's that symbol? The compass
On
symbol.
a wild card, so that's the back of the wild cards right up here.
I gotcha.
And just so everybody knows, I know it's kind of hard to see in Tabletopia, but there's 2 wild cards of each type.
2 wild cards of each.
But that's it. When they run out, they're gone. You can't get any more.
She gone.
Unless you buy another box, which, we won't discourage.
Specifically just for the wild
You
cards.
can't,
Okay.
you can't use
I'm
them
actually.
in the game. But you could, if you just want to collect them.
All right. So I'm doing 3, 6, 9, 10 for the
Oh, you're
first
going for
wild
it?
card. I'm doing it. And
He has
it
some money.
will go right here, methinks.
Well, just so you know, again, that might break up your chain because it only represents one thing, unless you don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Cool.
It's still a nice 3 chain here.
And then I get
Yes.
2 more. So I'll just flip
Yes.
this whatever.
Nice.
Got
And that's a free action, so you still get to do something.
Oh snap! I knew that
Yeah.
part too. Whew. Okay, so pro maneuvers. I didn't think this far. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna use a skill action. I'm gonna use this one to move 2, and discard 1. So, what do I want to move? I want to move this one up here,
Oh.
and then this one right here for now.
Okay. That's going to get you 1 synergy for moving him there.
Aha. Okay, and then that's my turn.
All right. Did you discard a card off the field?
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
that's what the discard effect is.
I also need 1 card. So, let's take the big bad alligator out of here.
Goodbye.
I mean, I don't care about that alligator.
Hey.
No emotions.
Lindsay's never cared.
I don't know. I'm gonna do this because I don't know what else to do with myself right now. I'm gonna put
A research
Put
token
research
on a research
token?
token.
on a research token. So I'm just really into seals. All right, like as a biologist, I have specialized in seals.
You did say you were so glad that it was on the box art, right?
Yeah, it's just such a pretty piece. It's that blue.
Yeah.
Keystone blue.
Alrighty.
And then
so,
I get to discard 2, Isaac. So just cool your jets.
Well, okay. All right. But I wanted that card. Damn it.
Nope. Oh, am I gonna give them? No, you can't have them. And then the dusky grouse isn't needed.
Hey, Snorlax. Thanks for stopping in the stream.
Is that naps?
Yeah, Snorlax Naps.
Snorlax
The best
Naps
screen
is
name
an
ever.
amazing name.
That's a great
Snorlax Naps, do you see the Snorlax behind Isaac?
Oh,
This
yeah,
stream
yeah.
was meant for you.
There you go. My sweet baby. I bought it for my boyfriend when we were at the airport in Japan. Like, he wanted the one from the Pokemon store when we were in Japan, and he ended up like, I'm not gonna buy it, and I was like, I should have bought it for him. And then luckily they had them in the airport as we were leaving Japan, so I was like, I'm gonna buy it for him.
Yeah,
So, and it was like, and it was really cool is that for some reason this Snorlax was way softer than any of the ones in the Pokemon store. Maybe because like people are just touching everything in the Pokemon store. But like this one was just so soft, so it was like so cute, and it was really funny. This is a hilarious story. So we were flying back home from Japan, and we got on the same plane with an entire Japanese dance team of teenage girls, and I was wearing a Snorlax shirt, and he was holding the Snorlax in his hands, and they were just looking at us both. They knew we were gay. They were just like, and I'm bigger than my partner, so it just worked out so funny.
I love that so much.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
My turn.
It's mine.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
Isaac's turn.
I was talking too much about.
Chad says we could have the
Japanese
Keystone
dance team.
Sinnoh region, and I would totally be down for that. Pokemon IP on this game.
Yeah, right? Like, how do we get that happening?
Like that would be so perfect for these mechanics. It would fit perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Except I don't know what the food chain of the Pokemon are.
This here, and that's gonna get me 1, 2, 3 synergy. Wait, is that a 3?
I love the snowy owl. I feel like he's staring at you and being like, "Yeah, what?"
Yeah, he's like, come
Like
at
on
me,
his
bro.
way
Like,
by.
come at me. What are you looking at?
Yeah, he's just got so much attitude.
Yeah, that was a great piece.
Now it's my turn, right?
Yeah, it's your turn
Yes.
now.
Oof. Big oofs. Okay. Strategy. Let's go for that long tail weasel. Right? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm convincing myself.
It's
Yeah.
really up to you.
Right? Or do I keep going and get the bumblebee? Keystone bumblebee.
Yeah, bumblebees are massive keystone animals. Like, pretty much all life on Earth would die without the bumblebees. They're keystone
what-
in every environment in the world.
Is that what keystone means? Let's do it.
Yeah, so keystone means that the animal is like a keystone or a foundational part of that habitat or ecosystem. So if you were to remove that animal from the ecosystem or habitat, the entire place would be hurt. All the animals would suffer and the ecosystem would collapse. So they're
Which
like
we don't want.
incredibly important
Yeah,
animals.
we're kind of against that.
We do not want that.
We don't want that. It's your
All right,
turn,
well-
right, Lindsay?
I had my entire turn banked on the bumblebee. So I need a moment.
I need a moment to recover.
I just need a moment. I guess the long-tailed weasel's not bad. I could live with the long-tailed weasel.
They're all talking about which Pokemon eats which Pokemon.
Yeah. That would be the hardest part of that game for me, is trying to understand the food chain dynamics. I think you just do it by like which Pokemon was further evolved, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said in the
That
chat.
would be how you did it, yeah. All right, and then I get one little sad synergy point for that move.
Aw.
I've seen Pikachu in the cartoons eat meat. So I know that here is like they must eat each other somehow. Because there's like burgers in that game, or in that show.
Oh, for sure. Isaac, what you doing hoarding all that synergy?
I love it.
What you doing with all that synergy?
I'm gonna put all those acorns in my chubby cheeks.
I have all the chunks over here.
And I'm
My
gonna
brown
take
lemming
one
needs
as
to eat.
well.
My brown lemming is about to starve.
I'm gonna zoom in on the brown lemming. See a little bit more. Oh, he's so cold.
He's so cold,
He's
all
so
by himself.
cold.
He's hiding from the black bears. Okay. Pro strategy right here. Y'all saw it here first. I'm gonna get the red fox, so I'll turn this in for 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll put this here.
Nice.
Which will give me
That's on his
2
forehead.
synergies. And synergy is points at the end too, right?
Right. For every 3 that you have, you get a point.
So Lindsay, I don't know if you can you mentioned very briefly, very sneakily earlier about Keystone Africa. Can y'all talk more about that, or is that still on the low?
So we're probably going to keep that on the low right now. We're gonna.
Oh, Isaac, you're about to ruin all my fun.
Well, it's
That's
just
fair.
like we're very much hoping that Keystone's a huge success, right? And we want to see a lot of different versions, like different, kind of like what Century Spice Road did, with different iterations of the game, but with some cross-compatible components such as the animals and different functions. But we kind of want to make sure that Africa is the right next step to go in, and Jeff has actually kind of had 2 designs already, one for South America and one for Africa, that we're kind of evaluating and trying to figure out. But Lindsay, go ahead and say whatever else you wanted to say. I'm sorry.
There's really nothing to say other than we had like announced a Keystone Africa on our upcoming stuff. But
that was,
Daniel, I'd be
good.
interested.
That's good information.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know if you could do like any place in the world with animals. What would you want to see? Like it could be air, ocean, Europe.
I think a deep sea version would be cool with like the super rare ones that people hardly see. I think that would be cool.
That would be really cool.
Oh, is it my turn? Sorry.
No, it's still my turn.
Oh,
it's been that long. I'm so sorry.
Oh no,
I
you're
just
fine.
don't like
I asked you a
anything.
question. No.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
You
flip
heard it
these
here,
over.
folks. Lindsay doesn't like American bison.
Cancel her.
And they're in danger.
Right.
It's people like Lindsay that keep the American bison on the endangered threat list.
It's not.
Don't be like a Lindsay.
You're just angry because I complained about the art. All right, so I get 2 synergy. That's easy. I'll probably not rearrange anything. And all the wild cards, that doesn't matter. Do I want to move this one? Because this one's kind of jamming up my stuff right now. You know what? I will. I'm going to rearrange this up here. And try to get a better chain going.
Nice.
And that's it. And I don't think I'm going to rearrange anything else. So we're good.
Cool. It's a very nice squirrel.
Chat wants to see Keystone Australia.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, that would be really, really good.
Pretty much all the animals that can kill you. Here's your expansion.
They're all level 5 animals.
That would be so hard.
They're all level 5 animals on the cards, and everything else is humans just running away.
One of the challenges of the game when we were doing the art direction, and Isaac took this on, was some of the animals are a little bit scary, right? Like the crocodile or the Sidewinder Rattler. Like they're just scary looking animals. And Isaac tried every way he could to find a way to make them look more gentle. Like he's like got like a hellbender rattlesnake, and he's trying to like put flowers around it and figure out how to make it look cute or gentle.
Flowers.
Yeah, the flowers will help, Isaac. Yeah. You can't paralyze your entire body and then eat
while still being like 100% accurate. And that if we did Keystone Australia, I just picture him quitting.
Like, I'm done.
Up trying to make Australia animals.
Well, luckily, Iram has taken over our direction now. And she's doing an amazing job, so it'll be her responsibility. It's like, you gotta make this look good, Iram, and you can't just lean on just babies. So.
I just remember that fight. It wasn't a fight, but like the talk we had about the American crocodile, and I'm like, it still looks kind of menacing, and you're like, there's no way.
That's how they
like,
look.
This is how they look. Lindsay.
That's just
this is how they look. It can't be any better.
Is it my turn? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know who just won.
No, I took the rock parmesan,
Oh,
so I think it's Lindsay's turn.
Okay, I'm paying attention.
Oh, now I want Parmesan.
Man, now I'm hungry again.
Yeah.
Isaac, that's also one of my favorite parts about conventions, because I know you love food as much as I do, and it's just like syncing up our breaks so we can just go get like Tibetan dumplings or Jenny's ice cream.
Oh my gosh. Oh, those Tibetan dumplings.
So good.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Oh, that's weird. That flipped that too. Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
what happens. We have a magic first player token in the box. It just flips at random.
And then I get to discard 4 animals.
No, bison. See,
We're gonna discard this. We're gonna
y'all saw it
discard
here.
this.
Bison Erasure by Lindsay Road. Hashtag.
Listen, I
cancel Lindsay.
love muskox and I love yaks, and the bison is a threat to both of those animals. It can't be more popular. All right, and then we're just gonna bring all these down, and then I'm gonna buy a wild card.
I need that one.
Look at how cute they are, y'all. This is probably my favorite baby in the game. The little polar bear that's on his back, and he's like, I'm playing with that.
He fell over.
He's so cute.
All right, 6,
toe beans.
7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm gonna buy an Arctic wild card, and I'm gonna put it. I didn't think this far ahead. I'm gonna put it.
Are you sure you want to buy an Arctic wild?
I'm gonna put it. Oh God, where does it go? Here. 1 synergy.
There we go.
This is not my finest. I'm obviously, if I lose, I just want everyone to know it's because I am tired.
Oh, it's because
Not
you hate
because of my
American
decisions.
bisons. It's because of this.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take that Dusky Bruce, and that's gonna score me 1, 2 synergy. So I'm just gonna flip this.
No, yep, that's a wolf. There goes.
I have a lot.
You're okay, Wolf. You're fine.
Oh, Wolfie. So the skill cards, all of them are technically optional, right? Like, did Lindsay have to discard 4 cards?
Yes, everything but the discard is optional. Because it encourages, the entire mechanic is that it encourages the flow of the river.
Flow of the river.
Or the field, in technical terms.
I gotcha.
Because these are, in the river's expansion, it will be the river.
These cards suck. Do I want
They don't though. There's like 2 keystone animals and endangered species.
But I only have 2 synergy.
You just can't reach the card too much.
I know. And then you took the 8 synergy. So I'm just salty. Let me be salty. I'll take this. Ugh. Why is this game so brain burning? Do I have to take? I don't have to take a card. I could.
You could do an action. You have plenty of endangered species that could use some research.
Aha! I knew that one. Let's do that. So I'm gonna take 2 research tokens and put them on my grizzlies. So 1, 2, and then I discard 2 cards. So I guess I'll discard the 2 keystones
Oh.
to
This
preserve them
those
so that y'all
ecosyms-
aren't.
Those ecosystems are dead now.
They're done. No, that means just we're leaving
my
them alone.
goodness.
That's right. They're just running away.
I have made so many bad decisions, and I feel like it's gone too far. I can like come back from them now.
Lindsay, you'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Will I,
and
Isaac? Will I be fine?
I can't guarantee anything. I'm only one man.
I can only do so much.
I don't. I do have a spring animal. I do have a spring animal. My entire. This is. Don't play like me, everyone who's learning this game right now. I'm making terrible decisions.
Let's see. Everybody
All right.
judge Lindsay's board from 1 to 10. What do you think?
Realize that it has no American bison on it.
No. American bison.
All right, and that is my turn.
Alrighty, my turn. Let's go ahead and see what I'm going to do with my life. I'm going to go after...
You have so much synergy.
Yeah, I know. It's so glorious. I love it.
I'm over here with like, I have 2 acorns harvest for winter.
Don't want any of those, so I'm going to go ahead and do the place research token on a research token and place my prairie dog there and discard 2 cards. So goodbye rattlesnake, goodbye mountain goat.
Not the rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake is gone. It scared
She
me.
gone. All right. Ooh.
Ooh. Some stuff showed up that I like.
So I think I will take the doll sheep. Put the doll sheep right. Yeah.
That's
That'll
gonna
give me
gain you a lot of. What's gonna give
3
you?
synergies.
Yep, 3.
Oh, have I missed any synergies? I wonder if I got synergy when I placed the red fox.
Don't know.
That's okay.
So many things. So many things have gone wrong.
Yeah, Lindsay, a bison is down here.
Stop haunting me. When they ask me in like 2 years how I developed a phobia of bison, I will tell them it was because of you. I'm doing this. All right, so that's 1, 2 synergy, which at the end of the game, that's going to be worth it.
Sure.
There's only 2 synergy for now.
That's a thought.
That's worth it.
They'll only be worth it though, as long as Danny takes no more Arctic animals.
Alright, my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this in for... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Why is this like this? Flip over. Oh no. Well, that token's going not there. Oh god. I've done
Oh, no.
something worse. You're gonna go over here on this dead board.
This is cool. I'm jealous.
But I turned into 3 for 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa.
That's it. He's a mountain lion.
Ooh.
And that over there. And mountain
look at that hair, baby.
And that's going to give me 2. So let's flip this.
That's a cute bear. Let's see.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm just going to use the restroom real quick.
Okay.
Never.
We never see Isaac again. He shows up at your doorstep with a bison.
No. You know what? Bisons are just banned from this game now.
All right, I'm gonna take Peter Cottontail right here, and that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 synergy, right?
Wait, where? Cottontail? So 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't believe you because it was so much. I'm like, that's not possible in this game, I don't think.
Boom, baby. Okay. Are a lot of the endangered species like higher on the food chain, or is it just kind of mixed, would you say?
It's mixed, but you have to remember they're usually influenced by humans. Because that's like one of the big reasons they become endangered. So a lot of the endangered species are either things that we really like to eat, or things that we are really scared of. The two things. So that's why you like see a lot of like the bears, like the ringed seal. I assume was delicious because I believe we ate it almost to extinction.
Well, yeah, I think they were hunted for their blubber or something.
Yeah, they probably did a lot of oil lamps and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a pattern because humans tend to destroy things they either really like or really are afraid of.
Classic.
Which is an interesting influence on the game mechanics.
Yeah.
It's my turn next to.
No, it is my turn, I think.
Oh wow, Lindsay, really?
You just went, right, Danny?
Yes, I went.
All right, perfect.
Hashtag Team Bison.
Alright, so we're gonna grab this golden eagle and we'll put it right here.
Okay. Alright, well that's a move. That's fine.
Isaac, don't. We'll see what happens at the end of this game.
That's true, you beat me twice. Don't have much room to talk. Let's see. Alright. That's not gonna do me much good.
Not with that attitude.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I don't have anything going on here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this burrowing owl. Because why not? Give the burrowing owl a nice little home. And give me some stuff in the end of the game.
That gopher tortoise looks happy.
Why did I put? I'm looking at this. I'm like, why did I put that there? What was my thought process? Let's take. Methinks this Canadian lynx. So 1, 2, 3. Let's turn in a 3. 4. Let's put this right here, and I'll get 2 synergy back.
Ooh, a double gopher tortoise. What are the odds of such a miracle happening?
Double Keystone.
Yep, let's see if I'm getting some Discord messages. Oh no, that's just from us.
All right.
Going back and forth. Just making sure our Shucks team is doing well.
I'm gonna do the rearrange. I'm gonna rearrange this up here. And then I am going to move this sugar maple. I know I put it up here, but now I feel like I should put it back down where it was. This is not doing me any good over here at all. So it'll just go back to where I started with it. And then I discard a card. So we'll get rid of the antelope.
Oh, fun question in chat. Have you guys considered marketing the game to natural history museum gift stores?
We have been in talks with some people, like such as the National Wildlife Foundation and things like that, but we're still going over those details. We may not be able to make some of those deals until after we have the physical product to send them. But we shall see. We shall see how those things go.
That would be awesome.
But,
I really want to do the Ranger Rick people so we can put Ranger Rick in the game.
We've ordered enough art, Lindsay.
No, I want Ranger Rick to be a promo.
Oh, no.
So bad.
What's this?
Alright, I am done with my
I can
game.
flip this.
Oh, and I get freaking 2 sweet synergy for rearranging, 3 for rearranging those cards. I totally forgot.
Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake.
That's fine. It'll be fine. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna gain a mangrove tree crab right here. Maybe. Maybe let me think about it. Yes. And that's gonna give me 1 synergy token. Because I have to put the red mangrove and the mangrove tree crab together. Because
Oh.
That's a sweet
how life
combo.
works.
That's
That-
cute.
Look how small they are. They're all the way. They're in those little branches. They're so little. Look how little. They're so tiny.
Oh man, do I need that little snowshoe hair by Peter Cottontail? But that doesn't do me anything. But it'd be cute. It'd be right cute. Hold on. Okay, so I have this. I have this. I have this. I need this. Boy, oh boy. So let.
Oh boy.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do.
Ooh. Thanks,
Okay.
David. He sent me the link to the chat, or the
That's
National
cool.
the Museum
Ooh.
Stores Association.
Who
We'll
knew
talk
that
in
there
the
was an
future.
association for that?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Okay,
But
I
we
think
will
I'll
be in
just
touch.
I'll
Yeah, that's
refresh
really
all the
cool.
skill
Oh,
guys.
Danny. Oh, why do we have the same strategy? It's like we're mirroring each other's games right
I
now.
know.
Hey,
right.
y'all. We just hit our first 1K views.
Hey!
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Since we started our Twitch stream, so that's pretty
That's
awesome.
exciting.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, so I can only put this research token on an endangered species that doesn't have a research token on it.
Yes.
Correct.
For these ones, yes.
Unless there's a special one that lets you to.
Oh, so that one's a waste because I only have 1 endangered species, but that's okay. But I can put this one on the wild card, and then I get 2, 1, 2, and then I have the choice to move 2 cards. But do I want to?
Well, you could always just move the same one and then move it back and just gain the synergy tokens off of it.
So yeah, that's a good idea.
So
This
just one that gets you a lot, like that G or something. Or
I think this
the
fox.
red fox gets you a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes.
I thought you
"Here."
pointed at the fox instead of B. Like, Isaac, you are done.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So he also gets when you placed him here. He also gets it though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 6, and then
Unless you want to
7,
place him
8.
somewhere else, it's better. Actually, down here would be better because it's next to the American black bear.
But doesn't it match up with Peter Cottontail?
Oh, that's right. I didn't see that. I need to stop giving you suggestions on TikTok.
That's
Pretty
okay.
sure
You know what you're
Isaac
doing.
Yeah, I'm
6,
pretty sure he's got it at this point and is also
8,
beating
9,
us.
10, 11. I don't think I'm beating you, but I do
See,
have
this is my strategy. I'm just like, yeah, well, if you did this poor decision.
All right, there we go. I got 11 synergy from that.
Boom, and then we flip all these. Oh, the wrong way.
How did you do that
I
flip?
rotate it. Sorry.
And we
Alright,
move that
then.
up. Sweet. Cool.
Oh, I already moved that one up. Sorry.
Alright,
my
oh,
turn?
sweet, thank you.
No,
No,
Six's
it's
turn.
my turn.
What am
Look
I
at all
gonna
my
do?
synergy
I
now.
don't know what to do anymore.
Yes.
I'm gonna do
This is not gonna give me
2
what I want.
research on an endangered species.
No. Damn.
I'm just making my entire game on 1 row, and I've never tried that before, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, look at all that research in column 1.
I'm going to get rid of
Oh.
that one, and I'm gonna get rid of. We don't need 2 gopher tortoises. That's just ridiculous.
Whoa! First the
Gosh,
bison.
there was only 2
Stop
of
it,
them.
stop.
They were about to
Weasel.
mate for the first time, and we were gonna have gopher tortoises babies. But no, you've ruined their chance at survival.
Oh my goodness.
They're also endangered or threatened. Let's see.
Oh, are they? Yeah, they actually are.
Oh god.
Well, you know what? I don't want desert animals here. I just really need to bring out
Wow.
some more Arctic animals.
Y'all heard it here first. Lindsay hates the desert.
You live in Florida. It's the farthest place from the desert I can possibly imagine.
That's true. We're like swamp.
It's funny.
You have like the only panther that can swim in your state because it's so much water.
It's true.
Let's see. What am I gonna do here? I kind of feel like I should just fill this. I can't do that.
Chad said so many extinctions in the name of science. Also,
name
the
of
name
science?
of me winning this game.
I was about to say, or in the name of canceling Lindsay.
Don't get stop pulling the bison out.
You just gotta look at the carcass every once in a while.
Just look at it.
Oh my god,
This
Isaac,
is
you
what
only
we
have 2 spaces.
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. Yes. Actually, I'm
Are
gonna.
you ending the game? Oh my
I
god.
may.
Please
I'm gonna
don't
get
end the
last
game.
gopher
Don't
tortoise to save it
end the
away
game,
from Lindsay's
Isaac.
wrath, and then I'm going to gain 2 synergy from that, and then I will. Me putting a wild card there would make no sense, so I'm not going to do that. You are lucky.
Yes.
Okay, so
We'll try to win
white
this time.
one. It's my turn. So I will for sure spend 10 synergy
I can just get a
to
4.
get this winter wild,
Ooh.
Nice job.
which will
that's
give
good.
me 3 back, right?
Yep.
Because I put that there. And then
Alright, I'm gonna go throw the score sheet up into the.
I think I will also, for my real action,
Score sheet.
let's
I'm gonna empty this thing.
let's use 8 synergy. 3, 6 plus 2. There's 8. And then I discard 4 cards. So let's see what we got. So I'll discard
No. 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 No!
1, 2, 3, 4.
My sweet
Oh.
baby.
My sweet,
All
sweet
right.
baby. Here, you can look at him.
Oh.
The pets.
You could have had such a great home.
Sorry, Ben. Yeah, I had to discard that red wolf. It is pretty though.
Aw, he's sad.
All right. This is what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
This is my attempt to salvage this game.
Uh-oh, pro maneuvers here. 1,
Go for
2, 3.
No.
this coyote.
No. No.
Oh.
Drop it here. So that's 2 synergy, but it's gonna make a nice little chain with these research tokens.
Okay.
Wow. Keystone plus research. That'll get you.
And I'm pretty sure that was my last move of the game, because Isaac is a cruel, cruel partner.
I truly am. And
I didn't do
actually
very much
killed
research.
the card that I wanted, but I wonder if it's better to end the game and just stop you guys from gaining any more stuff.
Which one did you
No,
want?
it's
Peter
not.
Rabbit?
Probably better.
It's not. You should another round, Isaac. Really round out your strategy. Another round, your strategy would just be so tight
No,
with
I
another
definitely
round.
I'm going to do what is best and play by my skill set. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this elk and give him a home.
The
Then
pretty
one,
elk.
2, 3, 4.
The elk doesn't even belong there.
Synergy. Don't worry
Put him
about
next
it.
to a mountain lion.
He's happy. He's
gonna be eaten.
They have. You'll be fine. That mountain lion isn't gonna do anything wrong at all.
Oh.
All right, and then I am ending the game. So Danny, you get your last turn, and Lindsay.
Oh, I get
can't
one more
go.
turn.
And Lizzie doesn't
can't
get
go
another
because she's
turn.
first player.
Okay. I'm
And
into it.
I'm gonna flip this. 'Cause-
Well, looky there. The caribou, the only one I actually needed. So, 3. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the caribou right there. Oh, that was nice.
That's a whole chain.
And then that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I could buy a wild, but I don't think it would behoove me.
Yeah, I think the synergy tokens will give you more points.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and move into scoring. So I have a little score sheet up that we're going to be able to utilize. And you guys can go ahead and tell me what you scored on your board while I go ahead and try to score mine. But I'll call out each column. Danny, we do one column at a time, and then we go into the rows. So we start with this one right here with your bald eagle. And if you guys want to go ahead and tell me what it is when I call out your name. So, Lindsay, what was your first column score?
So I got 11, double it for the Keystone, 22 points for my first column.
Well, geez, Louise.
22 points. That's a lot of points for your first one. And your only one.
Yeah, it's pretty much my only huzzah for this game.
I got a solid 4 points, but I had a chonk in there, so.
Oh, yeah.
You get the chonk bonus.
So 4 points for Danny. And I got, let's see, really the only thing I got is that mangrove tree crab. I don't even know why I put the gopher tortoise there because it was the same thing going on. So 1, 2, and then double it. So I got 4 as well. Boop. And all right, column 2, y'all. I got, let's see. This. They all scored. They all have a forest symbol. They go in ascending order. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why there's a synergy token there. It should be there. 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and then I have 2 keystone symbols. So we're gonna count it 2 more times for a total of 12 points for me.
Wow.
Oh, and I wrote in 23 though because I'm dying. Go ahead, Danny.
A solid 3 points, or 4 points, sorry, with my research token on there. But I also have chonky American black bear, so you can add that in later. Another chonk bonus.
There's an end of the game chonk bonus for whoever had the most chonks.
The endangered species don't give any special points.
Unless
right?
you have like a secret objective or something that was relevant to that. No.
Yes.
But they can get you how Lindsay placed research tokens throughout the game on endangered species and things like that.
Cool.
Lindsay, what about you? What'd you get for
4 points?
4 points.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Next one, Lindsay, what'd you get for column 3?
4 points.
All right. And I got, for column 3, let's see, I only got these right here, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have a keystone symbol, so I'm going to double that for 10. What about you, Danny? How's your column 3 looking?
So I would say I would score my Grizzly, right? So that would be 1 point plus 2. There's 3 times Keystone, which is 6.
No, you have this entire column.
Well, it's not because it's 2, 3, 5. So
I'm sorry. Yeah, there is no 4. So you can't actually score your Grizzly because he's not part of a sequence, unfortunately. So you're gonna score your Cottontail Rabbit and your Caribou, though.
Okay, so that's a solid 4 points again.
Okay.
But again, I have chonk bonus, a family chonk bonus.
Look at all those.
That's 5 chonks.
5 chunks.
Chat, keep tally of my chonk bonuses.
All right, Lindsay, you want to tell us your last column? You got nothing. I'm just going to move
That
on.
was a 0 for our last column. But I did make my initial L here in empty spaces.
There you go. And I just got 1, 2, 3, 4 for this one. And Danny, what'd you get for your...
I got 8 this time.
Yes, you did.
Because of my bumblebee.
And 0 for Lindsay. Just wanted to write that in.
Just vocalize that.
All right, Lindsay, on the top row, you got 0
That's
again.
that's 0 again.
Look at that.
I've never gone up against another player that had the exact same strategy as me. It's distinct. Like, you should abort. If another person's all in, you should just blink and abort to another strategy.
All right, for my row 1, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, but no keystones, no, nothing else. Your
I got
first row?
8. 8 with the bumblebee again. And I don't know what you're talking about, Lindsay. I went full chonk strategy. You might have thought I was going for Arctics, but no.
Lindsay, your second row.
So 4, and then I get to score that. So 4, 8, 12, 16.
Nice.
I'm really glad I moved that sugar maple back. That was a solid move at the end there.
All right, for my second row here, I got a mess, but I got something going on. I just got 2 points.
Just a mess.
Just 2 points.
And then I got 8 again.
Ooh, nice.
Because of my caribou.
That's one good caribou. Nice. Cool. All right, and row 3, Lindsay.
5, 6, 7, 14 for row 3. Yeah, it's a good row.
The suspense. All right, let's see. I got 3, 4. Nope. I got this. Nope. So I got the 3 and 4, and then I get to multiply. So I got 4 points again.
All right, y'all. This is actually chonk strategy coming through. So I put my grizzly bears right next to this beautiful field where they get to frolic and be chunky.
Yeah.
So that's a 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times Keystone.
So 10.
That's 10 points.
There you go.
Yeah.
Y'all saw that. Y'all saw it here first.
All right, Lindsay, your last row.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 points for my last row.
Nice. All right, and then I got for my last row just a sad nothing. All of my numbers were off.
I also got a solid nothing, but the brown lemon comes through for an extra chonk credit.
Double the chonk,
Double
the
the
power. So 0 and 0. Oh my God, Lindsay, how... All right, secret objective. Did anybody get their secret objectives?
I did. I got it once. That's 7 points.
I also did. Oh, yeah, okay. Whew, I
Did
forgot
you?
about that.
Oh, you got that one? No one gets that one. No one has ever gotten that
That's
one. Are you
14
kidding?
points.
That was my only
For-
strategy.
Oh,
I just
how
gave
did you
14
build
points
your
to myself.
board so good?
0. And then Lindsay, you how many?
I got 7 on my secret objective, and I got 1 synergy bonus.
1 synergy bonus. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on synergy. And Danny, how much did you get on synergy?
7.
7. I'm gonna double check my secret objective. I don't think it happens, but it might have by accident. Let's see. Boom. Nope. I mirrored it. Oh wait. Yeah, I mirrored it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it didn't happen. Oh well.
Dang it.
Oops. All right. Here's the final score. Isaac with 51 points. Danny with 67 points. And Lindsay with 78 points.
It's undefeated
I am so
today.
upset. You were complaining the entire game.
I lost the entire time.
You were biphobic to the bison. You killed all the endangered
I can think of no better way to end my night than to turn that horrible board into a win.
But wait,
Oh
wait.
my
You didn't
gosh.
add any chunk bonuses for me, so I think
that's
true.
That is like a keystone for your entire score. So that's
Yeah,
like,
so just-
that's like 3,000 points.
3,000 points. Y'all heard that? 3,000 points for chunk strategy.
Yeah, you did pretty well, Danny. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
you picked up that game super
I
fast.
did terrible. Lindsay was absolutely right. I shouldn't have ended the game. I needed some more. I had too many like long strings without any like research bonuses or keystone stuff going on for me. So
Those research bonuses are really powerful. Like, it's almost worth sacrificing your board just to chain up
yeah,
a
if
ton
you
of
can
research.
get them, especially if you can get them on keystones chains as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And I was lucky you guys
that'd
just
be
weren't going for them.
Yeah, research. I don't need to research chonky things. I know they're chonky.
Yep, that's chunky.
Yep, that's the research I need.
Well, this was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for closing the night with us, Danny. Let's go ahead and ask you your final question of the night for the game. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on Lindsay's sad final board, but it still won. The winning board. But, you know what? No, screw that. It's going to be chunks all night.
Yeah, there you go. Zoom in on that lemming.
I'm okay with that.
Zoom in on the lemming.
So we are working on a game like we talked about earlier. We're calling it Life After Dungeon. And in Life After Dungeon, you are going to be dealing with characters who have just passed away and are dealing with what they left behind. In order for us to gain better perspective on this subject matter, we wanted to ask you a question. What do you want to be remembered for, my friend?
Oh, that's a deep question. Before that, let me do my job as marketing/social media coordinator. Tomorrow, we'll still be streaming all day long, starting at 12. At 12 o'clock, we can have lunch with Isaac and Lindsay. It'll be like a Q&A, so feel free to come hang out, kickstart the day with all shucks. At 1 p.m., you can meet and talk to Iram, who is the lead artist now for Keystone, and she's done a lot of
She did
these
all
pieces.
the chunks.
All the chunks.
So if you want to know the person who did the chunks, that is the time to show up.
She is so
Yeah.
good.
And then at 2 p.m., we're going to have friends of Isaac and Lindsay, Alan and Brad, just playing games as well. And then we'll have Crystal Dax from Board Game Blitz as part of our Rose Gauntlet Creator Spotlight. At 6 p.m., Lindsay will be playing Just One with the Shucks crew, which will be super exciting.
And Isaac.
And Isaac.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then at 7 p.m., we're going to have Raina from 1 Minute Board Games. You might have seen them on TikTok, our friendly local TikTok stars. That's at 7 p.m. for our Rose Gauntlet Creator Spotlight. And then at 9 p.m., Kavre Studios of Isla and Taylor will be here demoing and streaming Keystone North America as well. So now that I got that out of the way, what do I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for radical kindness. I think I want to be remembered to love unconditionally, and to utilize love in a way that it can be a powerful weapon to actually denounce hate, and to make an actual change. So not being afraid to weaponize love in the fact that loving, it's not about loving everybody, it's about loving good people, and it's about pushing for a world where everyone does feel loved and does feel safe, and does feel included. So I think that's what I want to be remembered for.
That's awesome, Danny, and you are
That's
definitely
beautiful.
building that legacy every single day, and we see that in you.
Well, thank you.
Welcome. Well, thank you so much for being on our stream tonight. We are dead tired and ready for tomorrow's streams, and we are going to be having so much fun all day again with some wonderful people like Danny mentioned, and we look forward to seeing you all there. If you guys can join us and you want to find out more about Keystone, you're welcome to. Also, like we said, demos are going to be going on all day from noon to midnight, and we have people that are going to be taking care of you through the Aw Shucks website, so you can go to our area there, and you can also check out, if you go and click on the schedule below on the Twitch stream, you guys can go ahead and go directly to the Shucks site and you'll get all the information there. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Danny, did you want to let everybody know about your socials, or anywhere they can find you?
Oh, for sure. You can find me all over the internet at Danny Plays Games with a Z. I'm also on Twitch and TikTok at Brutal Dan. Brutal spelled BR00TAL, like old school leet speak for the old people in chat.
And follow him. You will not regret it. And you're going to have a
No,
great time.
you will never regret
not
it.
Regret it. All right. Love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks for being amazing, chat.
Bye. Thanks for being